Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Octoman, and this is Quepland, a text-based adventure game with a lot of idle inside. And in the last video, I was explaining this one quite to the end. There's a little browser trick you can do. So, meanwhile you're fishing, hunting, or do anything else, you can go and still sell whatever you get. Meanwhile, you do so. It's not directly hunting, but fighting in this particular case, so just keep that in mind. For example, I can try to equip my copper axe over here, and I go wherever I want to farm. Let's assume I go to the Quepple cave and I want to farm for a fishing net, for example. What we can do is at first, we need to go to a shop. For example, Tapas General Store. Make sure you do this before you do anything else. Go to any shop, any store before you enter the region where you want to go and fight, fish, or whatever you want to do. So I now go directly from the shop to the Quapple Cave River and press battle. Of course, you can do now auto battle once you have the auto battle dude, which is going to give you the possibility to do auto battles. This guy now is for me checking out any monsters, and of course, I'm going to battle them with my copper axe, at the moment at least. What I now can do is to perform the trick. I got this berry now from a drop actually. What I can do is I can right click in this little window over here where all this information is going to happen. And what I do is I go back. And I do go back until I land in the shop. What you probably will notice is I'm still encountering enemies doing damages, as well as this auto battler is going to keep on running until I say, no, I don't like to. What you can do with that little trick, actually, you can clean up your inventory meanwhile auto battling. For example, I can sell the carp, the mentor, the all that stuff, the berry, as well as the salmon I was catching before of fishing. So to prove that, you can actually check out my money over here. It's at the moment 25,910. When I now sell the minnow, which gives me 15, you can see I have 22,922. No, 25. So what does it mean is, meanwhile, my dude is auto fighting for me with my copper axe or whatever I equip, doesn't really matter. I can go and hunt and still can actually clean up my inventory. Like currently I have 103 free spaces, so whatever I get, I can instantly sell when I like to, or I can come back in an hour or two. It's basically as I do eating. I can eat a roll or two whenever my HP is going to be low, but still I can go on. And for example, I don't need the bow, no problem. I can just instantly go and sell it. So this works not just by or with auto fighting. This also works at fishing. But before you go and try to leave this area, I'm gonna recommend you do not speak to anybody and do not press any leave button over here whenever there is one, because sometimes there's a leave button. This one. Do not press it. Whenever you are inside this little, let's say, bug loop, you're gonna right click on this window and say forward until you reach wherever you're battling. And then you stop the auto battle, which you have started before. Still, you got everything. Still, you have the same amount of money from selling all that stuff. Whoa, and I got very lucky and catched a large net. Meanwhile, doing so, wow, that's insane. And I got the large net from a capper. Cool. So if you want to have a large net, feel free to go there and catch large capper as well as large nets and so on and so forth. So cool. So now I can make use of the large net and can show you what you can now do with this large net. So I'm gonna make sure that I equip this. I lock this because I don't want to lose it. Now I can do the same way. I go to the rocky shores. And since I have a large net, I can now fish really fast. So in that case, I go to any shop first. So Uragota town. And I go to the Rocky Shores Fish House. Now I go to the Dark River Bridge, and now I want to fish for salmon. Same happens right now. With the large net, I have a gather efficiency of 50%, which is absolutely fast already, and you can see I can quite fast fill up my salmon over there. I do the same trick right now since my inventory space is going to fill up quite fast right now with this large net. So I right click over here, go back once, and now I actually clean up my inventory. I sell all my salmon because I don't need those, and I can keep on fishing. Meanwhile, I'm selling this stuff, so I can instantly get the money back I invested in time, basically, and I can keep on fishing. I don't have to wait and go back to the town and do that stuff or the other things. So as long as you have the possibility to make use of that, of course, feel free to do so. Once again, once you're done with fishing and so on and so forth, make sure, absolutely sure, that you go forward and go once again to fish salmon and stop the fishing process. Once you do this, you can go once again to settings, generate your save file, as well as do the normal save if you like to. And that way, you can keep on going, fill your inventory with fishes, go back to any town where you have been before, in this case, probably Uraguta town, go directly into the House of Fish, otherwise it doesn't really make sense. Go here, make sure you are inside the shop, then go to wherever you want to fish. Currently, I have pressed another one. So you can also go back twice or 3 times. Just don't overdo it because sometimes you can be stuck in one of these windows. Fish for salmon, right click, go back once. You are in the shop again. And now you can go and sell all the 26 salmon. Pretty decent, I would say. And that's what you can do until this gets fixed by whoever, by the developer, I believe, depending on how many people are going to discover this little browser trick. Hope this is going to help you a bit further, especially when you're at the very beginning. This might be super helpful in case of unlimited farming, in case of fishing until you, for example, get to the tuna spot. Whenever you reach level 70, this is going to take quite some time, as you probably can see over here. I'm at level 65 over here in fishing, so this is going to take quite some time, of course, but on the other hand, you're going to make your life easier when you just sell the salmon or whatever you're currently catching or hunting or whatever you do, which is possible with the same probability or with the same idea over here. So once again, pretty quick, select whatever you do, go to a shop, then to the hunting or whatever area you are after, or fighting area, fight in there, go once back in this window, and no other, just that. I believe it's also only working in this one. Go back, sell all your stuff inside that, and you're good to go. Clean up your inventory from all the salmon you got. Meanwhile, you get a good amount of money sooner or later, as well as you can keep on catching without making a break, going back to the town, going back to the fishing spot, and so on. In this case, you just stay over here, wait until you have, I don't know, 50 salmon, 100 salmon, whatever, as long as it is lower than your total inventory spaces, of course, and you are absolutely good to go. That's all I wanted to discover and wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, keep on farming, keep on idling, and maybe this helps you out. And if it is so, send me a thumb up for the video, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you want to see more content in the future. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.